I believe the World Economic Forum is an international organization for public-private collaboration, and whatever we do in multi-stakeholder format. So making sure whatever global challenge we are tackling, that we have experts and representatives from the public sector, private sector, academia, civil society, and international organizations, working together, thinking about solutions, and then ultimately driving the agenda to action. And I believe the event as today is a crucial start and milestone in shaping the responsible AI agenda. It's not a destination in itself, but it's a key element to have the hoped impact of responsible AI. And I believe today's event was a very fruitful, insightful, and action-driven event. We had the right people in the room, so policymakers, procurement specialists. Talked about the procurement in AI project, the national AI strategy as well, tangentially, but also had private sector representatives, think tanks, academia, and today's event was a lot about awareness creation, about our work that we are driving, but also to generate content together in the room through meaningful interactions, but also knowledge sharing, knowledge facilitation, and at the end, what we hope that this event brought is a sense of community, and meaning to continue working with the participant in order to continue the dialogue and ultimately to drive it to action. Because what we need are the change makers in the room. We need the expertise, and collectively we can orchestrate meaningful actions in Azerbaijan, but also globally. No, excellent question, and I think that's the why is always the most important question to keep asking while we undergo digital transformation. And AI, as we could see from latest reports, is predicted to generate a tremendous amount of value to economies. So talking about 25 trillion, more than 25 trillion dollars over the next years that AI, including generative AI, will add to the economy. So that's something to take into account and see how can we tap into that potential, but also while mitigating risks that come with it. And I personally see AI as a key enabler for digital transformation, but it goes in two ways. So without a proper digital transformation and digitization, there cannot be an AI-powered transformation. So it's all linked, and robust infrastructure and orchestration of key actors is needed in order to make it all work as well. Yeah. So that's an excellent question, and I believe our work on the procurement side is one angle to cover that. So looking at today's government processes, and more looking at how what challenges are there, and is AI one option to solve it or not? Because not going with the assumption, well, AI will solve it, but more like looking at what we have today, what are the challenges, what are the problems, and look at the solutions out there, being them AI or not. If AI is a solution, for increased efficiency in administration processes, or productivity gains, or transparency, accountability gains, then it's always important to really navigate the adoption of AI to make sure it's done responsibly and also in an informed way. So that's also one goal that we try to achieve with this toolkit in procurement, is to really empower procurement officials to make informed decisions whenever procuring AI. So just a niche example to answer the wider question. So I mentioned earlier the kind of predicted value creation or potential value creation that AI can bring. This is globally on economies, and we see today AI powers emerging This said, it's a rapid and very agile and dynamic development when it comes to artificial intelligence. So I think that every country, with its strengths and strategic priorities, can leverage AI to boost its national agenda, its industry agenda, when there's the right strategy in place, the right governance in place. I think there is a room for every country to tap into the value potential of AI while mitigating the risks. So that's our vision at the Fourth Industrial Revolution at the Forum, is to really harness the benefits of Fourth Industrial Revolution technologies while mitigating the risks. So our days are very busy to make that happen, or to try to make that happen. And so where we see our role is to act as a trusted global platform, facilitate dialogue, curate communities, and drive them to action. And this goes, from knowledge creation generation or information or training until all the way on the ground use cases. When we see how AI can speed up drug discovery, or revolutionize or transform manufacturing processes to make them greener, more sustainable. So there are many aspects that can be touched here and tackled, but also linking to other global challenges like climate change and others, where AI can be an enabler to accelerate the efforts when it comes to combating, mitigating climate change. I'm probably biased because I work on the artificial intelligence efforts at the Forum. But I see, when the risks are put at check or at guard, that there is tremendous value that an AI can bring to citizens, to the user, but also wider to the industries, to sectors, private, public, to academic institutions. So with this productivity gain that in my opinion AI, and it's also predicted in different research, can bring, it is also promised to elevate tasks that humans do, and yeah, so I think there's a bright future I see in front of us. So there are different angles to approach that question. So it depends, of course, on individuals and the different career path. But one approach or one curriculum that still relates, and it's even more so important, are all the STEM programs, but also looking at freely available courses online or at universities. To I believe citizens should inform themselves about what AI is, educate themselves about the opportunities, but also the risks, how to navigate those, to have a basic digital and AI literacy, and based on that to contribute to this wider brain power nationally, and then deep dive into one direction or another, because I think there are like manifold opportunities to specialize. So also if you go on AI in different industries and sectors, and also looking at the wider AI stack, so the different positions that one can have within it. So from large language model design to the delivery part, the maintenance part, or prompt engineering. So there are many different aspects that play together, but core should be really a basic understanding and literacy when it comes to AI and digital. So critical, I mean, that's for sure. So if I start from the global side, so whatever is being discussed at global level, in order to measure the relevance, viability, and impact, it's important to have this, I call it global approach, global and local approach. So to work with centers such as in Azerbaijan, to pilot frameworks, governance frameworks, lighthouse examples of, if we take, for example, generative AI application in a specific industry, and to try it out. And whatever is learned there, to feed it back also on a country agnostic framework as an example. So I believe, it's a two-way street where the center in Azerbaijan, as an example, learns from the global, is part of the global conversation and knowledge generation and transfer. Also learns from this conversation and the insights, etc., and knowledge created. But also teaches the global stakeholder community on the pragmatic viability and whether it works or not on the ground, whatever is being designed, at country agnostic level. So it's a good sense check and impact check to have this two-way street, and whatever is, all the initiatives led by Azerbaijan and championed by Azerbaijan can then be replicated by other centers in the network. So taking Israel, Rwanda, Brazil, and others that are part of the network of centers for the fourth national revolution. So it's really a network of knowledge generation, knowledge transfer, sharing, and also enablement to really get countries, industries, and ecosystems ready for the fourth industrial revolution.